All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1003, Carrera versus Carrera.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Carrera,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes. So I brought this case before you because I'm currently paying for extracurricular activities for our daughter.
Okay.
And it's a little bit more money than I thought it was going to be. So I would like my wife, Sheila, to reimburse me for it.
Okay. So you guys are separated?
Yes.
Okay. What type of extracurricular activities is the child involved?
So our daughter is very big into sports.
Okay.
So she plays soccer, and it's just like the cost of cleats, the cost of like gloves, because she plays goalie. It's just a lot of upkeep for me, and she makes more money than I do, so I kind of want help with it.
Okay. I see here, ma'am, from the tax returns that you make about $100,000 a year.
Yes.
Get ready. What starts as a simple argument about soccer gear quickly turns into a full-blown legal battle. This is Carrera versus Carrera, a high-earning mom, a dad struggling to make ends meet, and a child caught in the middle of a custody and child support fight that's getting expensive fast. What kicks it off? A disagreement over goalie gloves. But in court, even small things can become major evidence. As emotions rise and the legal gloves come off, the judge starts crunching the numbers. And someone's paycheck is about to take a hit. We've got a dad who's been paying more than his share, a mom who didn't expect this financial shakeup, and a judge who's not here for emotional appeals. Think child support is just about who has custody? Not so fast. There's a surprise twist that flips the whole argument about fairness on its head. So, who's really being fair? You be the judge.
Support was not previously ordered.
Yes.
Okay. So are you guys in agreement to do that? Or you don't want to pay child support? What's going on?
I don't think it's necessary. We split her 50-50. She's at my house just as much. She's with me just as much, if not more.
Your Honor, I would say that's probably an argument for her to pay me if we're splitting 50-50.
This is where things really start to sizzle. Mom's earning a solid $100,000 a year, while dad's been single-handedly covering the costs of cleats, gloves, and keeping their kids' goalie dreams alive. Now pause for a second. If someone's making six figures, wouldn't you expect them to help out with their kids' sports expenses? Most people would say absolutely, but her reaction? No pause, no guilt, just a calm. I don't think it's necessary. That's not just a red flag, it's a full-on banner waving from the sidelines.
And have to pay all of it.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. So you kind of like told on yourself. So you ready to move forward with the numbers?
Sure.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get ready with the numbers. So it looks like you make, like I said, $100,000 a year. Do you work overtime, or is that regularly what you make?
No, I work overtime. But
Okay. And does that include overtime?
Yes, ma'am. It's a salaried position, so it's just straight up.
Okay, got it. All right. So at $100,000 a year, I have your gross at $10,000 a month. Before I continue, who pays health insurance?
We both do.
We both.
Okay, how much do you pay?
$348 or $386.
$386.
Yeah, $386.
And I
And how
pay
much?
$200.
Okay, and you both plan on maintaining those health insurance policies?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. That way, nobody has to reimburse anybody for health insurance, but because you do carry health insurance and you're going to be ordered to pay child support, I can give you credit for the $386. So that brings your net down to $6,988.19. Which, how many children? Just one?
Just one.
Okay, so 20% of that brings your child support obligation to $1,391.64.
And just like that, Dad walks straight into it. By firmly stating that custody is split 50-50ths, he hands the judge the perfect setup. Exactly. So why are you paying for everything? It's a textbook case of court self-sabotage. Wanting things to be fair is totally valid, but giving the judge the exact reason to shift the burden? That's a different story. So was he just being honest, or did he accidentally throw his own case under the bus?
That should cover any expenses and anything like that, because the child is heavily involved. Sounds like an extracurricular activity, excuse me. Are there any other questions?
Nope.
You don't look happy about this. What's going on?
I just think that it's a bit of an exorbitant amount, but we discussed it in the beginning when the split happened. He agreed, and
agreed to what amount?
None.
Oh, you're saying child support, but you do understand that as the child gets older and heavily involved in different activities. I wasn't done.
Oh,
involved heavily in different activities, you understand that expenses increase.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the amount of child support is based on how much money you make. Mm-hmm. Child support is based on a simple calculation. So you make $100,000 a year, that's what your child support is. I mean, if you want it to be lower.
Let's take a quick look at the numbers. Mom brings in over $10,000 a month before taxes. After adjusting for insurance and other deductions, her child support responsibility comes out to about $1,391.64. That's roughly 14% of her income. Sure, it's not a small amount, but it's also not the sky-high figure she's making it out to be. This isn't a penalty, it's just her share of parenting. In financial terms, so the real question is she upset about the amount itself, or is it more about losing control over where the money goes?
You chose the profession.
Yeah.
Okay. So if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
That judge didn't just bring down the gavel, she dropped a reality check. Her message? You chose your career. In other words, the court isn't here to weigh what feels fair. It's about the numbers. Income determines responsibility, feelings don't factor in. This moment highlights a key truth in family law. When circumstances shift, whether it's custody, income, or lifestyle, legal responsibilities can shift too. Ever felt blindsided by a financial ruling like this? Drop a comment. We read every one. Let's recap. Dad came to court hoping for some help with soccer gear. Instead, he walked out with a full child support order. Why? Because mom's income and the child's growing needs called for it. This case is a reminder, child support isn't about who's more generous or what was agreed to years ago. It's about what the child needs now and what each parent can contribute. Even in a 50-50 custody split, if one parent earns significantly more, they may still owe support. That's the LAW.so. What do you think? Was the judge fair? Did Dad get justice? Or just more bills? If this case surprised you as much as it did us, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more eye-opening courtroom breakdowns. Because let's face it, kids can't be raised on good intentions alone. Support court. The truth always gets the final say.
So they had an existing order where no child support was ordered. Well, under Texas law, when there's been a material and substantial change in circumstance, the court can go in and review the order to determine whether or not child support should be paid. Well, you heard that Dad was covering all the expenses for the child to participate in all these different activities. So it warranted Mom to be able to help finance those activities for the child. So that's the reason why Mom was ordered to pay child support. Do you know of anyone who's experienced a similar situation? Be sure to subscribe to our channel and make sure you comment below. You never know, their story may end up as a scenario on our